everybody. Because the Jonas Brothers refused to announce all of their North American tour dates together, I had assumed that they were not coming here on their tour. And because, as I've discussed before, I'm a huge Jonas Brothers fan. I've been since I was a wee lad. And the idea of missing their 5 albums one night show was already heartbreaking. But they also just came out with a song with TXT, and I haven't convinced in my brain that TXT are going to be at that concert in LA. So I had to go. So I had to go see them in LA, and that is this weekend. And I also just realized that I have not heard their newest album. That is important. I should know their newest music, even though it's 5 albums one night. One of the albums, a fifth of the show, I should still listen to it. I should still know. So that is what we're doing today. We're listening to the album. I assume it's in reference to their 7th album from the year 3000. I don't think this is actually their 7th album though, because it was 5 albums one night. Well, I guess if it's 5 and then plus like, well, they only did really 1 with Disney. There should be a 7th in there somewhere. Maybe their live album. Maybe this is in theory technically their 7th album. I wouldn't count it as their 7th album, but whatever they want to call it. We're going to listen to the album as we usually do, top to bottom. Thankfully, the Jonas Brothers YouTube account already has a playlist for this, so I'm just gonna watch through the playlist. They have lyric videos, music videos, and I wanted to just listen to this on my own time, but then I started the first song and I really liked it, and I was like, okay, we need to make a whole video about it, because I'm pretty sure I made a video about their last album. And I like the Jonas Brothers enough, and there's a lot of Jonas Brothers tea going on right now. Perhaps middle brother is getting a divorce, who knows? Perhaps that means that the next album will have really good breakup music. You know, Much Better is one of my favorite songs. So, a lot of exciting things in the world of the Jonas Brothers, and I know in my heart and my soul that TXT are going to be there, actually. Because I knew this when I first made this decision before that they had announced the rest of their tour dates. Because now I'm going to see them twice, which is okay because I really do love their music, but they had just announced their first batch of tour dates, and the closest one to me was going to be in LA. And I was like, if TXT are going to be at any show, it's going to be the one in LA. And then I had already booked this whole trip, and then they were like, actually, part 2, here are all the tour dates, here's the one closest to you, actually, so you don't have to fly anywhere. And I was like, I've already made this decision, and I know TXT is going to be there because they're performing at the VMAs the following, Tuesday. So they already have to be in the States. So, I don't know, I just have a feeling in my heart and in my soul that they are going to be there. And even if they're not, I'm going to be happy and fine with that because I love the Jonas Brothers. Okay, anyways, we have to start the first song. That's a good song. See, I listened to the first few, the first verse of the song, and I was like, this album's actually really good and I need to make a video about it. Nick's vocals in it, incredible. The lyrics are super fun. It's really poppy. The Jonas Brothers make almost soulful, inspired by soul, flavored with soul seasoning pop music. And I think that's what makes it really good. Also, I think it's really hard to fuck up pop music. I think it's really hard to, I'll listen to 90% of pop music and I'll be like, it's a fun pop song. Can't really go wrong with it. I'm also very biased because, like I said, I really love the Jonas Brothers, and they just across the board in my mind make really good, fun pop music. I think it's because they're also musicians on top of being, writers and performers, so that they have a really strong hand in what their sound is and making a good song, and they have been doing it consistently for years. I think that's such a slay. The melody's really nice, the instrumentals are really nice, the guitar is great. Every time I hear a really good guitar moment, I'm just gonna chalk it up to Kevin. Because we have to give him his credit where it's due, because they will not let Kevin sing. Even though I've been seeing little clips from this tour, and Kevin does get to sing. So I'm really excited to see that. Next song, Montana Sky. I really like that song. That song was really good. Out of the 2 songs, this one is staying at number 1. It's so, country adjacent. The guitar is very twangy, and I think Jonas Brothers is very similar to 80s in my mind, and I know that these are 2 very different fandoms, but stay with me. If you understand the connection, if you're at the center of the semicircle, you'll get it. But they are so good at what they do that they're able to expand their genre and still be really good at it. I feel there are some artists in which their artistry or their skill is good, but it's not good enough that if they were to switch genres, they would still be really good at what they do. They're not able to be experimental because they're only really good at one thing, and that's fine. But I feel there are some artists like the Jonas Brothers in which they are really good as just musicians and performers, and they have their bread and butter, which is the adult contemporary pop music, but they're able to branch out to something a little bit more country sounding. Some of their like more rock sounding music back when they first started, and they're still able to like make really good music, and I think that's a very strong testament to how good they are as like performers and as writers. I really like this song. It's a really sweet song. That's the thing as well, is that I'm not somebody who likes to branch out in terms of the things that I listen to. I'm very like confined into my comfort zone bubble of my comfort media. So it needs to be things like this where like, I'm not going to listen to country music on my own, but I will listen to the song and I will enjoy it, because in theory I do like country music, but I'm not going to go out and like find country music that I like. The artists that I already like just need to start making country music for me to start listening to country music. And I don't think this is 100% country, but it's clearly like the way that it's written, the music is very country music inspired. We are now doing Wings, which is our first music video of the set. It is a sub 2-minute song, so we're gonna see how it is. These albums are really cute. Cute. Very short song. You know, I've always said, if the song's over, then you gotta end it, but I also am like, I really like the dun 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 dun. The melody was really nice. I wanted a longer song. I also don't know if I'm supposed to know who that woman was, or if she's just an actress that they casted for this music video. Oh, Haley Lou Richardson. Yeah, because they lingered on her face, and she showed a lot of face like I'm supposed to know who she is. I have no idea who she is. No disrespect to her, I just am very, as we all know, out of touch with pop culture. I have no idea who that woman is. Cute music video. Very short song, wish it was longer. Next song, Sail Away. What a fun song. This song is a lot more vibey than their other songs, and I feel like I'm just not somebody who really listens to more like slow, kind of bedroom pop vibey music like this, but I can feel that like if I listen to the song enough, it will grow on me. I think though, the Jonas Brothers are really good at writing like an album, and I think that the fact that this album is called The Album is very fitting, because when you listen to their albums, they're rarely like a collection of songs like some albums are, and they're like more one cohesive body of work. Like, you can hear it in their previous albums. I think the best example is Lions, Vines, and Trying Times, which is my personal favorite. But in this album, even just from these first couple songs, there's like this overarching theme and lots of words and ideas and imageries that's all like connecting the songs without making it like a concept album, but like it's all a cohesive, it's clear that all of these songs were written together out of the same batch of feelings and the same like time to all go together in this album. Like the miracle that they reference in this song, that's referencing the first song, they're talking about sunsets like the Montana sky, the idea of trying to get away, like with the wings that will take me away. It's like it's all very connective, and I think that that's very, I love to see it. You know, I love a concept album, and I don't think that every album needs to be a concept album, but I do think that like when you're putting together a body of work, how they go together should be thought through, and I think that they think it through very well. Fun song. Not my favorite, but still very good. Next song, Americana. Damn. Okay. I like this song for what it is. I think though what it is just something is not for me. It's just something not for me. Because I think the Jonas Brothers, they exist in this sort of like liminal celebrity space where they are non-political. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, you could expect somebody who is very leftist and like a pro-feminist girly pop to listen to the Jonas Brothers, and then somebody who's like full redneck Texas to listen to the Jonas Brothers, because they have such a wide mass American like plain pop adult contemporary appeal. Like I was talking about before, they make such like generally wide appealing music that there are people whose only common point could be that they both like the Jonas Brothers. And again, do I want all of my faves to be leftists? Of course. Is that the case? Unfortunately not. And a thing I'm always having to accept about the Jonas Brothers is that they are 3 Christian boys from Jersey. They had purity rings. We all know about them. That was a time. I just feel like this song would blow up, or if it already hasn't blown up on right-wing TikTok. I hear it, I see it, I believe it. Because it's like, it's not outright right-wing racist, but it has all of like those appealable talking points that they all use when they talk about like, oh, America in the good old days, hardworking boys, rawr. But then they have like some of that like cool LA liberal about being like, yeah, we smoke weed. I don't know. I like I said, I like this song for what it is. I feel like this song itself, if I was a different person, I would really love it. But what it is just not for me, is the simple fact about it. I feel like this song is for this album what Don't Charge Me for the Crime was for Lines, Vines, and Trying Times. It's just that song in the middle that they just really, it feels like it doesn't fit, but sound-wise, melodically, instrumentally, it does. Like, I feel like this sound is very fitting of this album. I feel like lyrically, though, I'm like, where did this come from? Why are we making pro-America music all of a sudden? Like, I feel like this song is so moderate in the way that, like, somebody who lives in LA and is like, yeah, I believe in rights for everybody would still, like, comfortably and proudly wear, like, an American flag. You see that cross-section right there? That's where the Jonas Brothers lives in their music. And that's something that I'm okay with and that I've accepted because the rest of their music I really do love. And they're one of the few artists from my childhood who have not let me down, okay? If any of them start getting into, like, millennial Republican Instagram like some of my other previous faves, then we'll have different opinions. But until then, we will just pretend that this song isn't on this album and we move on to Celebrate. That's a fun song. I have determined what they remind me of now. I feel like the Jonas Brothers are what Brendan Urie of Panic at the Disco could have been if he wasn't the worst. They exist, like, especially Panic at the Disco's later discography is very Jonas Brothers coded. Very Jonas Brothers. They live in that same, I am making songs for middle America. I am making songs for mass radio appeal. That's what they do. That's the music that they make, and it's so, like I said, it has that mass appeal. It's so non-offensive that it appeals to everybody. But I feel like this song is a nothing song. It's just, it's not saying anything. It's not doing anything, but it has a fun beat. It has some good horns. It has some dance instructions that everybody, when this song comes on, is gonna have a good time. But when you listen to it, it's not about anything. Whereas you listen to some of their other songs, especially songs on this album, you listen to like Montana Sky, and you're like, no, this song has some words, has some lyrics, has some good fun wordplay. This is just a song about dancing. It's not even like a particularly exceptionally written song about dancing, but is it fun? Yes. Is everybody in the stadium when the song comes on going to get up and dance? Yes. And that is the power of music and Jonas Brothers writing instrumental potential. You see how what I just said meant nothing? That is how this song is. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I think sometimes, like I said, you could just make a fun pop song and just let that be it. Not every song needs to be like a lyrical instrumental masterpiece. It could just be a fun pop song. That being said, we're not going to pretend like this is the best written song in the world. And that's okay. Next song, though, is Waffle House. This is the single. This is the title track of the album. And obviously I've heard the song before, but I've not seen this music video or like heard this song, I think, in its entirety. Kevin! I love Kevin. Kevin will always be my favorite. They can't even say shit, they're 30. See, when I see this like bridge by the wheel, the London wheel, all I can think of is that scene in Cats. Skimble Shakes, the railway cat, that's all I can think of. That's a cute song. I realize now that maybe maybe it's because I've just heard the song so much because it's been played to death. This song's okay. I don't know. I feel like they have better songs. They have better songs on this album. And I feel like this song is like, it's cute, it's fun, it has a really like good melody, especially the chorus, but I'm like, it's okay. The music video is cute. I don't know. I've seen better songs. So I'm not like, now that I've like experienced the song in its entirety, I'm like, it's okay. It's not a bad song. I just feel like for the level of hype that it's gotten, I expected it to be better. To be like a little bit more exceptional. To have like a fun breakdown or something at the bridge. There was nothing. This is also a sub 3-minute song, so I'm like, they don't even get to say shit. I don't know. But next song, Vacation Eyes. Okay. I frankly will not forgive Dutchie in my left hand. No, that absolutely not. But I don't know. Maybe it's the Americana that cracked the rose-tinted glasses on their music. I feel like I'm being very harsh with them now. This song is not well written. I feel like the melody is really nice. The instrumentals are really nice. It's very 80s. It's very 80s synth pop. And I think it's really good. But then you listen to the lyrics and you're like, what the fuck are you saying? I think the concept of like Vacation Eyes being like, everything's all good, like rose-tinted glasses, it's like I'm on vacation, everything is good, everything's peachy. And you're looking summertime fine? What does that mean? Like you're looking good like it's the summer? Those aren't words. That doesn't make any sense. I get that the concept of the song is like, I don't need to be on vacation because when I'm with you, I'm as happy as when I'm on vacation, but like, I think it's a very convoluted metaphor and I feel like the lyrics do not support it enough. It's not my favorite written song, and I also don't think that the lyrics match the vibe of the instrumentals. It's just not my favorite song. Probably my least favorite song on the album so far, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on because we gotta get through like 4 more songs. Next song is Summer in the Hamptons, and I think I've heard a little bit of this song, and I've heard a lot of people say that this is their favorite song on the album, and I am a B-side girly, so I actually have quite high hopes for this song being good. I'm deep inside your head, different kind of warmness. My heart inside your hands, like 1,000 wild horses. Sex like summer in the Hamptons. They can write this, but they can't say shit. That cannot be the whole song. You have all led me astray. You have all let me down deeply because this song is not good. I can say that so confidently. There's nothing about this song that I like. The instrumentals, not exceptional in any way. In fact, I feel like the weird, like, mixing that they did really hindered the song. The melody is not interesting. It's very repetitive, very robotic. It's not like a smooth melody. That's the thing, is that they can sing, is that Joe and Nick can sing. I think also Kevin can sing, but they won't let him. And yet there's no real singing on this. It's more just like that sort of talking singing. So I can't say that there's good vocals on this track. And then the lyrics are also bad. There are like 5 lyrics. It sounds like they had the idea, like somebody said the phrase, sex so good it's like summer in the Hamptons, and then they were like, we should write a song about this, and then they had nothing else to say. If you're not going to elaborate on that simile, then what is the point? What is the point? If you're going to go so out and say, sex like summer in the Hamptons, tell me why. Tell me why is it so good, sir? There's no other lyrics in this. The only other lyrics are Champagne Ocean, Skies Wide Open, Raw Emotion. And then the tiniest little half verse that they did at the beginning where they were like, I'm in your warmness like sand, or I'm deep inside your sand, a different kind of warmness. That was it. That was it. There are no lyrics in this song, and it also doesn't sound good. I can't believe there are so many people requesting them to perform this song, but no, take it off the album. Not even just the set list, take it off the album. This song should not have made the cut. I can say that. This song is not good. Next, Summer Baby. I like that song. I think that this song was good. I think it's well written. I think the lyrics are really fun. I realize that this is a song that I have heard. I have not heard Summer in the Hamptons. I have heard Summer Baby. Really good vibe. Again, I feel like this song is very country leaning, which I think is very funny that my 2 favorite songs from this album so far are the country-ish songs. I don't think this is exactly country, but I feel like it's the rhythm of the guitar is very country adjacent. The way that Nick is singing also in the chorus is very twangy. I don't know. It sounds very country to me. And I think this is such a sweet song, them being like, I love you and I know everything about you and you drive me crazy, but every day I still fall in love with you because I love you. That song is now very ironic though, considering the potential divorce rumors, but I think it's great. I do wish, in my mind, the song's maybe like an 8 out of 10. I do wish that there was just like a couple more ad-libs. I needed somebody in the background doing like a little shouty shout. Just like some fun like ad-libs. You know, like in Cake by the Ocean, where they're doing it's the bum ba-da-dum bum 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 right before the last chorus. And Joe's like, you're fucking delicious. I needed like a Joe ad-lib like that in the chorus or in the bridge or anywhere in the song. I really feel like it should have been in the bridge because they went, I love a bridge. Let's not get that mixed up. I feel like there's not enough bridges in songs anymore where you just like change up the melody and the pacing just a little bit and you make it like, you just shake it up right before the last chorus. I really like the bridge, but I feel like Still Catching Feelings for You, they just sort of said it over and over. I feel like they needed to throw in a couple different lines in there. I wanted a, you know that I do, Still Catching Feelings for You. Something a little bit different. There's so many words that rhyme with you. I just wanted like a little bit more spice on that, but otherwise, I do really like the song. The song's really good. Next song, Little Bird. I feel like the song's gonna be sad. You know, I just think, again, the song just isn't for me. I think the song isn't for me, and that's okay. It's clearly a song about fatherhood, about their children, and I think that's very, very sweet. That's just something that's not relatable to me, and that is okay. The thing is, I really like their Christian pop music that they put out. Like, I Believe, it's one of my favorite songs from the last album. It's so good. This song, I feel like, is a little too much in that direction for my taste. I feel like this is fully a song that you would sing at church. I also feel like Joe went way too hard on the vocals in the last chorus. When he's singing Little Bird, he's doing it with so much force and so much growl, and I feel like this song is such like a soft, sweet song, like full just acoustic, just guitar, that he does not need to be singing that hard in the song. I think the lyrics are really sweet, though. I think that the song is really sweet. It's just not for me. Simply just not for me, love. That being said, we're on our last song, y'all. We have reached the end of the album. It's going to be Walls featuring Jon Bellion. I don't know who that is. I think I like this song more. Or I think I will like this song more when I hear it live. I feel like this is a song that needs to be performed live. I feel like just listening to it now, it's like, it's okay. I mostly just don't get the metaphor. It's like, why are the walls crying? Is it based off of the idea like, oh, if these walls could talk? Like, if these walls were sentient, they would also be sad? I don't fully understand it, but I really like the layered vocals that they did with Cry. I think, again, this is going to be really good live when you could hear like a live band playing all the music because it's very instrumental towards like the last minute of it. Not my favorite song. My favorite song, still, Montana Sky. Bro, that song is so good. I think it's probably Montana Sky, Summer Baby, and then Miracle, and then, I don't know. I feel like I'm not saying I didn't like this album. I just feel like this is not my favorite Jonas Brothers album. Nothing is going to take Lines, Vines, and Trying Times from its #1 spot. But their last album, I think I preferred over this album. I think a lot of the songs are fun, but they're just not, you know, they're not for me. They're not my favorites, and that's okay. That's why we're going to the 5 albums one night show. Like, if they were just doing, like, the album tour, I probably wouldn't be flying out to go see them. But also, if they didn't put out a fucking song with TXT, I probably wouldn't be flying out to go see them. Speaking of which, I did film a clip of when I saw that song, Do It Like That. And we're just gonna leave that like as a little bonus clip at the end of the video so that I can also include that in this because that song is great. The song is fantastic. I feel like that song is really good. Like, it has good lyrics, it has a good melody, has good instrumentals. TXT had a fun little choreo. And I just feel like that's the standard that I'm expecting from Jonas Brothers. So when I get other things like this, I'm like, That being said, though, I did say earlier, I like that they are able to experiment and branch out with their sound, and I feel like this album was full of a lot of that. And sometimes that means that I just won't like it, and that's fine. If you like it, that is great. And I'm literally going to see them 2 nights on this tour, regardless. So I really don't think that they care. But I am excited to hear let's just say that I am more excited for the other albums that they're going to perform at the concert over this one. I'm not saying it's my least favorite album, but it's not my favorite at the moment. But also it's my first time listening to it, and a lot of times the songs need to grow on me, so my opinions on the song might change going forward. But let me know what your favorite song is. Mine is definitely Montana Sky. And I'm going to just insert that little clip of Do It Like This, and I hope that I'm right, first and foremost, that TXT do show up at the concert. But more so than that, I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and that you go right now to MTV's Instagram account and you vote for TXT or 17 for Best Group, because they deserve to win. I know that they're literally going against the Jonas Brothers, and in a Jonas Brothers video I should be promoting Jonas Brothers, but you know who I am at my core. If this song doesn't slap, I will be very upset. Simon's so cute. What a fun song. What a fun commercial pop song. This song did not do the numbers it honestly should have. Respectfully, it makes me a little worried. Let's go back, and do they have the lyrics? Yes, as they should. Let me hear it. I love some rapper Jonas. Yeah, just such a good dancer. That's such a good part. I love that part. This song has such radio commercialability. If this song isn't on every fucking radio station like 50/50, I'm gonna be pissed. I wish we could have gotten them all together to film like the music video. Because it's obvious that the Jonas Brothers filmed theirs, and then the TXT filmed theirs, and like the editors doing their best job to put them together. And I'm also just used to like a TXT music video having like multiple scenes, acting, a plot. So this white wall, you know, it's interesting. It's something new. It's very American. TXT ate this. What a fun summer pop. Yeah, no, see, because I was on the fence about flying down to see the Jonas Brothers, because they're not coming here on tour because they hate us. People hate us. And that song was just so fun and puppy, and I know. There's an inkling. My spider senses are tingling. I feel like TXT is going to be there. And I'm like, I have to be there if TXT is going to be there. And I don't know for sure, but I'm like, I'd rather be there and enjoy the concert anyways because I love the Jonas Brothers, and be wrong that TXT aren't there and just be happy that I went to the concert, than be sitting at home and see the videos on Twitter that TXT were at the concert that I decided not to go to. Because I made the mistake with Yuki about being like, I'm not going to go to the LA show, I'm going to go to the last show, knowing full well that there were going to be people at the LA show, obviously. At the very least, there has to be some sort of special. I have to. I simply must. It's at the Dodger Stadium. The tickets are so cheap. Like, I simply must. I'm gonna actually go text my friend right now about it.